Welcome to The Spicy Vegetarian. I'm Adarata, and today we're going to be doing a world food challenge. Vegetarian version though. With this world food challenge, why not pick a random country, learn a bit about their cuisine if I don't know about it, and find a vegetarian dish, or find a dish that I could turn vegetarian and cook that up. I'm a bit nervous, not gonna lie. It might have ingredients that I don't like. I'm not a fan of mushrooms or olives, asparagus, you know, those like weird like little vegetable things here and there. So on this website name generator, I'm just gonna go real countries that I'd like. Don't want any but okay, so write me some countries. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I don't want 10 countries, that's awkward. I'm just gonna go. Let's go 1. How many country names? Okay, cool. There we go. Dominican Republic. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, Dominican Republic. Okay, let's look it up. Let's put in cuisine. I saw chicken feet. That's a no. It's a no-go. Spanish, indigenous Taino. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And African influences. Ooh, yeah. Yo, I'm really bad at this. Vegetarian recipes. Let's go. Recipes instead. Ooh, okay. Guava berry drink. Ooh. Double down. Vegan lentil. Ooh. This website's where it's at. This is where it's at, honestly. Yo, this is making me hungry. Like, this is crazy. I'm gonna go with the vegan lentil and pumpkin dip. Let's do that. I'm gonna note down the ingredients that I don't have already here, make a shopping list, and then we're gonna go to the supermarket. And you guys are gonna come with me, and we'll see how we go. I'm now back from the supermarket. I bought cumin seeds, the oyama. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. So that's the West Indian pumpkin. I just bought a normal cut up pumpkin because, again, I don't have I guess the American term for it is the crook neck pumpkin. I don't have that, so I did the best that I could. I bought lentils. I do have some, but they're almost finished. Like, there's like that much left in the packet. And I bought some fresh parsley. Also bought some lemons. I also did buy some bread as well. I just bought sliced toast wholemeal bread for the dip because it's cheap, and it just said bread. It didn't really specify any kind of ciabatta or some sort of thing from the bakery. So here are all the ingredients. It does look small, but again, this is a really small recipe that we're making. It's a dip, so we don't need a lot of ingredients. My pumpkin is the first thing that needs prep, so I'm just going to cut off 2 chunks, so about 1/3 of the whole piece of pumpkin that I bought at the supermarket. Pumpkins are really, really hard to cut, and I don't have like a super big, super sharp, strong knife, so I just did the best that I could. I chopped up the pumpkin pieces into even more small bite-sized pieces, just so that when I put it in the pot to cook, that it does cook through faster. The bigger the chunks, the longer it takes. I then prepped the garlic that was going to go into the pot first with the cumin seeds. So I've got this grater tool, just peeled the 4 garlic cloves and then grated them down. So now that I'm finished prepping my garlic and my pumpkin pieces, I went in with olive oil straight into the pot, and then I added the garlic that I'd minced up and just a little pinch of cumin seeds. So I had to be really quick when I put the garlic and the cumin seeds in because they started browning straight away. I rinsed off my lentils and pumpkin pieces and then put them straight into the pot. As per the instructions on the website that I got this recipe from, I stirred the pumpkin and lentils in the pot for about a minute, and then I added hot water. Before I covered up the pot, I added in some salt and a little bit of smoked paprika. It took me about 20 to 30 minutes to cook the pumpkin and lentils completely through until they were really super mushy and soft, and then I pulled the pot off the stove and squeezed in half a lemon. I then got a fork to mash up the lentils and pumpkin pieces a little bit more because I don't have a food processor. I couldn't really make the dip super smooth. To finish off this dip, I put it into a bowl. I added a little bit of olive oil and some chopped up parsley to garnish, and I toasted 2 slices of bread that I just cut up into 3 pieces each and put that into the dip. On the website, the author did cut up the pieces of bread into circle pieces. I mean, I guess it does look more aesthetically pleasing, but cut your bread however you want, as long as it's toasted, I guess, so it doesn't like flop. So I've got my dip. I didn't have a blender to puree the dip. That was one of the instructions, was to puree it once the potato and lentils had finished cooking. So it is a bit chunky. I think it's great. Like, it adds a bit of texture and something different to it rather than it being like a purely pureed dip. And I toasted my bread. I didn't cut it into like cute little circles like in the photos on the website, but it's all good. I don't know if I should just dip it. That's good. That's really good. I wish I had put more, I guess, herbs and flavor in. I don't know, because there is cumin seeds and garlic and a little bit of smoked paprika, but maybe some coriander powder as well. But it's really good. It's really hearty. The instructions did say that you'd let it cool, which I have, but I think it'd be really nice warm, like a soup or something. I'm keen to do a world food challenge again, and maybe go harder next time. Maybe I might do like a bigger meal next time that's a little bit more complex. If you do try out this recipe, let me know how it goes, what tweaks and what changes you've made. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.